As we think about the next step, we look at our gauge wheel arms. We want to make sure they're attached really well. We've got them shimmed up, that gauge wheel nice and tight against our disc openers. Best way to check that is as we raise that gauge wheel up, we want to make sure that we've got good contact with our disc openers down there, so that as we're moving across that soil profile, we're keeping that dirt from getting down inside that trench. We don't want that dirt coming inside between that disc opener and that gauge wheel, causing dirt to fall down in our trench, or mud if we get into a wet condition. So we want to constantly be shimming and making sure that those are tied up against there. Big things to check: make sure your gauge wheels are really good. The rubber is not worn, it's not eaten up or chewed up from that ground. We want to make sure it has a nice crisp edge on the inside so it is running against that disc smooth. The big thing as we think about adjustment and shimming and moving those in and out is really, again, making sure that that's tight against there. As we think about wear on those planters, this gauge wheel arm style, like a John Deere or Kinsey, as it's being a pusher, really wants to pull out away from that. So shimming that up against there to keep that tight is a crucial step almost on a daily basis, if not every other day, as you're going across the field. As we think about those arms, some of the other parts to look at is really where this mustache in here wears into the top of that arm. We want to make sure that we don't have a big divot there, which is causing a depth difference with our T-handle and where we set that depth of our disc openers. So with this setup here, you're actually seeing Precision Planting and just came out with this. We're going to bolt that bushing on there, and then this little sleeve or gauge wheel arm of the sleeve slides over the top of that. It actually has a wear point down here, and we simply loosen this. We slide that tight up against that disc and we tighten it back down, and that's our adjustment. So there's no screw or shimming that we have to do with that system. It's simply all on its own to get that thing adjusted correctly.